Guys, this downed aspen tree still has buds on it. It was a good, healthy tree, but you want to watch out for certain things when you're camping, hiking in the Pike National Forest in the Colorado Rockies, because things like this could happen. So watch where you sleep. This was a healthy aspen tree. The second thing is, you know, some people say don't worry about the bears, the black bears, they won't bother you. But I'll tell you, if I come across a bear that has a digestive problem like this, I may want to be ready for whatever might happen. And oh, that's a 9-inch blade, by the way. All right, guys, so here I am getting some vitamin D on my beanie. I need vitamin D. They say most older gentlemen, and I am a gentleman, have a vitamin D deficiency. So yeah, I'm going to soak it in. But I want to show you this other Odin Wolf knife also. Now this one they sent me for testing for review. And like I said in the last Odin Wolf video, I am an affiliate, and I will try whatever I make on Odin Wolf knives. I will put them back into the channel and back into my viewers somehow, some way. Okay, so the website will be in the description, and the 10% discount code will be CCO10 CCO10 for a 10% discount on their website. Okay, so let me show you this knife. This is the W-Catcher. Okay, the Odin Wolf W-Catcher that Phil sent me, and it it is a great looking knife. I also have the sow catcher on the way in orange. This one is in the green or olive drab, whatever color it is. Let me show you how it looks when you have it on the belt. Again, like the Scandi ground knife, and it's a big knife. This is a 9-inch blade. Okay, it's a big knife. So we'll talk about what you might do with this knife. But again, polypropylene sheath that can be attached to your systems in many ways. Good sheaths. I like them. It holds the knife fairly solid. Okay, there's the knife. And again, the sheath does have a retention strap snap. Very good. And the sheath does snap off. It does have a snap and Velcro, so you can get it on and off easily. Okay, so a nice dangling loop. The nylon is decent. Holds the knife good enough for this type of knife. All right, so let's talk about what you might do with this knife. Well, let me tell you a little bit more of the features. This knife is about, this one's about 4 millimeters thick. So it's hefty enough, but yet delicate enough. So what is the main point of this knife? They're calling it a hunting outdoor knife, survival knife. Okay. Yeah, I think its primary use is going to be a hunting knife, and this is going to be basically, you know, a pig stick or some kind of something to put down your game when you have to. Okay, that's going to be its primary and best use, I think. Now, this is a D2 blade, and what I like about it is that it carries that 4 millimeter thickness down out towards right about there where my finger is. Okay, now, so it's pretty hefty and sizable. You can do other things with it. You can wax some things. Now the tip, okay, the tip on mine is fine, and I'm probably going to leave it like this. But what I would recommend, okay, is that if you're going to get rougher with this knife, take that tip down about another 2 or 3 millimeters, strengthen it up a little bit before you break that tip off. Because I'm telling you, yeah, if I jab this in a tree and go like that, I can break that tip off. D2 steel. I don't know what the HRC is. I'm hoping it's no more than 60, because a knife like this, you want it to be on the tougher side. The edge is sharp. It is, the 4 millimeter thickness gets carried down about halfway through the blade down to there. So you can see the grind there. It is a good, thick, powerful grind all the way through. So if you, it'll do feather sticks, it cuts just fine, but if you want to use it for finer tasks, I'd say take that edge down a little bit more, okay? You can, I mean, I don't have big sausage fingers, so I can choke up on it and use it, do some fine work. I would not recommend that you choke up on that, but especially if you got the big sausage fingers. But anyways, it does have the TPE handle, very comfortable, lanyard hole, full tang. Again, I don't know what the tang looks like going through there, but I'm going to guess that it's not cut at a 90-degree angle, and it should be fairly strong. It's comfortable, a good size to the handle. I like to go back on it, and I can put my pinky in the lanyard hole like that, and it kind of gives me about as far back as I want to be, gives me a nice grip if I'm going to be chopping at things or what have you. You can get up on the guard like that for thrusting. You can see the two fullers, and I don't know, they're just thin fullers. They're probably just more for aesthetics than anything else. You can see where the clip on the front, or the swedge, begins there. It is swedged down on the front. It is a dagger type blade, so yeah, that makes sense. I really like this knife. Let me bring this down a little bit so the shine of my head won't keep getting you. I really like this knife. It would not be something that I would usually buy. They sent it to me. I do like it. It will be a knife that I will use. I don't think I'll modify the tip right away. Depends on what I want to do with it. I'm not going to get too rough with that tip right now. Yeah, you can do certain tasks with it. You can make your feather sticks. You could, prepare some firewood. It is 4 millimeter thick, so you could baton it to a point. Be careful. Okay, nice thick handle. You can see the grooves there. It's not gonna slip out of your hand at all. There's the Odin Wolf logo. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So I will be using this knife. I will do some outdoor things with this knife. I think it would be great if Odin Wolf would make a 7-inch version of this. That's a 9-inch blade. It's over 14 inches long, the entire knife. It weighs close to 10 ounces, so it does have a little weight to it. You can swing it around, but yeah, I think a 7-inch version of this would be fantastic. I think it would be easier to carry. It would still be a great pig sticker and a little bit easier to carry and to handle. But this is this one is 9-inch, okay? So, all right, let's do some things with this knife and see what you think. Oh yeah, the box. Very nice presentation again. There's the information on the sleeve. Okay. It says Odin Wolf. And the box, very similar to the Scanny Ground knife. Very nice presentation. Again, it came with some literature cards, gives you some information. I think this one did come with a cloth too, but it's not in the box right now. But anyways, yeah, great box. Good going, Odin Wolf. And now this tree's just been bugging me all day. Let's take this thing down. I'm only kidding. That would be ridiculous. So some delimbing may make sense with this knife. It does have a little oomph to it, not a lot, but okay, not its primary use, but because it has length at a 9-inch blade, you could do some stuff like this with it. The handle, it can make your hand a little red. It's not bad. I'm not having a problem. But if you're doing a lot of swinging and chopping and stuff like that with this knife, you can get a little red in the hand. But it's not terribly bad at all. So yeah, if you're gonna work the tip of this knife, this is where, as is, I think you need to take some caution, and you need to realize, you know, what you have here. Just the leverage alone from the 14-inch length of this blade, or over 14th inch length, the whole knife, I mean, you got some leverage, so you want to be a little careful. I think, like I said, if you just take off 2 to 3 millimeters of that point, make it a little tougher, you can abuse it a whole lot more, if that's what you're going to do with the knife. If you're just going to use it for a pig sticker, hunting knife, or you're going to mine that tip, then I think the tip on there is fine. Don't get me wrong, it's not that delicate of a tip, but just because of the sheer leverage you're going to have when you're stabbing with this knife, you got to think about it, okay? Don't go so crazy with it. But I think if you can do what I'm doing here, and the tip is fine, it's not snapping off or anything, you can do some tip work as is if you had to. Yeah. No problem at all. Taking it easy on that tip. Now, I'm not a knife thrower, but if you have to do it, I would definitely take that tip down a few millimeters to toughen it up. And of course, sometimes, you know, you just gotta take that knife and beat it through a piece of wood. If for nothing else, then the fact that it's fun. Ow, little splinter. I wouldn't go too absolutely crazy with this knife, but yeah, you need to prepare some firewood. It's pretty strong. It'll do it. How about some feather sticks? Now, like I said, this blade, this edge is a little thick, and rightfully so for a large D2 blade. I don't know what it's heat treated to. If it's going to be a blade like this, I would certainly not go over 60 with D2 to keep it a little on the tough side. But yeah, if this is what you got and you need to get some feathers, you're not going to have a problem. Yeah. Little cross batoning. Yeah, that's a good thick edge, like I said, so no problems there at all. I think another good use of this knife, if you want to make some kindling for the fire, you can just kind of use it in a choppy manner like this and kind of make yourself some, not curls, but you know, some small wood chips for kindling. Or if you needed to put your point on your spear, you can yeah, get a little chop going, get some chips flying. Yeah, definitely good for that. So yeah, guys, I think I beat this knife up pretty good. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, what would you use this knife for? What would your primary use, secondary use be for this Odin Wolf W-Catcher? All right, guys, again, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support, and we'll talk to you next time. Yeah, okay, these bears are starting to make me nervous.